colleagues, the other advocates, and really honor the bravery of the young people who came here to speak of their stories and from their hearts. I want to talk a little bit about urgency. So I used to work in family court, and I represented kids in child abuse and neglect cases. And when kids were being abused or there was a suspicion of abuse, parents didn't have the option to develop a plan for better disciplinary measures. If a parent was overwhelmed with their child's needs and, for example, locked them in the bathroom for 23 hours a day and shoved food through a hole in the bathroom door and allowed them out for only an hour a day onto a small balcony and didn't allow them to go to school, the Administration for Children's Services would remove that child from that home. They would remove all children from the home. The parent would be charged with child abuse in family court and likely criminally prosecuted. What is happening on Rikers Island is state-funded child abuse. We applaud the new administration. We applaud the reform history of Commissioner Pont and the attention that has been paid to this matter. However, delay of a day is not acceptable. And I'll tell you, even this morning, as I was taking a shower and getting ready to get here and putting on lipstick, I was thinking, even doing this is not on the level of response of what is happening. Taxpayer-funded child abuse is what we are talking about. If this was family court, there would be an emergency removal of those children from their home. The children on Rikers Island need to be emergency removed today. Their lives are in danger today. That has been demonstrated by an independent Federal Department of Justice report that confirms what has been reported in the media for years. It was shocking to hear Judge Hamill say in 1986, before your predecessors, similar testimony was given in 1986. Not only do children need to be removed from Rikers Island, they should not be in the custody of the same agency in the same mindset that created why we are here. Children belong in a child-serving agency. This city has a child-serving agency. This city has a child-serving youth justice system. It is not perfect. It is, however, a far cry from Rikers Island. You and your colleagues have dedicated funding and time to improving the youth justice system in New York. That is where children belong. If there is a requirement of state law in order to move children into Administration of Children's Services custody, children must still be emergency removed from Rikers Island now while we wait for that longer reform. The last two things I want to say, I'm certainly mindful of the bell, is that there's been a lot of discussion about whether the report, this testimony, the counsel is for officers or against officers. There's discussion, bad apples. This is not about bad apples. It's not about individuals. It's about what happens when we as a society brutalize and dehumanize individuals, when we lock them in cages and in bars, where we create an island, literally, that is so close but a vast chasm away from us. When we lock people in cages, what happens both to them and to the people put in charge of guarding them? What happens is what happened in Stanford, in the Stanford prison experiments, where college students became jailers and committed egregious abuse to fellow college students that led to the kinds of protections we now have, and why human subject research can no longer happen in the same way, because college students put in that position were brutalizing other college students. What is required is a fundamental transformation of the system that takes the humanity of children and adults as a given and as the starting point. Thank you.